Jessica, you have something in common with Robin Williams in that you both studied mime.
Oh,
To study mime in Paris under Marcel Marceau's teacher, like how big a thrill for you?
it was it was probably one of the greatest thrills that I've ever had. Yeah, it was wonderful. I was with him for 2 years. It was like all encompassing. I mean, I'm speaking about the crew. He was like our entire world for that time. He was one of those great teachers. I think there have been a few like Strasberg and probably Balanchine who become the center of your life, where you think, you talk, everything, is about this man.
Can you still do the trapped in the box thing?
Oh, we didn't do that kind of mime. It was completely different from that. It was really abstract.
There's a great quote from Jack Nicholson that I read that he said about you, saying that she's a gentle fawn crossed with a Buick. So,
Whoever knows what Jack means.
yeah. Well, at what point in your career did you learn to stand up for yourself? Was that something pretty early, or did it take a while?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think that comes with age. It comes with age, and it comes with having a family, and it comes with like having some, work under your belt and knowing your own worth and not compromising yourself. So that's all the experience you get, as you go along.
Well, when you think of the learning experiences, the milestones that you've gone through, your feelings about the whole King Kong experience, have they evolved over the years? Or are your feelings about it different than they were, say, 10 years ago?
Well, I don't think too much about that anymore. I mean, I think actually, somebody said to me the other day, and I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody whose work and I respect tremendously. They said, you should really look at that film again. You were wonderful in it, and the film was very interesting. It was a lot of fun. So I think because of whatever emotional turmoil you're in at the moment, that kind of shades your memory of a certain thing. But I don't even. It's been so long since I've thought about it or looked at it or.
Well, turning back to 1,000 Acres, I'm looking at the cast here. Michelle Pfeiffer, Jason Robards, yourself, Oscar winners, Oscar nominees. Who is the best storyteller on this set?
Oh, without a doubt, it's Jason. Actually, to hear Jason and Pat Hingle exchange stories I just loved to eavesdrop. I used to sit and, between takes and just listen to them tell old theater stories for hours. It was great. Jason's a wonderful storyteller.
Well, turning to the theater, your career, I read an article that you said during Streetcar Named Desire that there were days afterwards that you were just exhausted and just drained by the whole experience. On this film, were there ever days that you felt the same way?
Well, yeah. I mean, anytime you're doing a part of this scope and size, I mean, in this film, Ginny was basically in almost every scene there was, so it was a lot of work, and it was very constant. But yeah, I mean, I think just the nature of filmmaking is very exhausting. But then, on the other side, it's so exciting to do it that, sometimes you actually gather energy as you go along.
It's funny when you see a movie being shot on the streets of New York or Los Angeles, the people who are bystanders often seem kind of jaded about the whole process.
Yeah.
When you're shooting in a small rural farming community, how impressed are the bystanders there?
Well, the people were great. I mean, they were very curious about it, obviously, but we're very careful about not getting in the way or anything like that. And a lot of them worked in the film because we had, several scenes where we need a lot of extras. They were great. They were wonderfully friendly, open people.
When you go walking down the street there, by yourself, are people a little in awe at first, or did you find people pretty wanting to come up to you and talk to you?
Most of the time, I can go almost anywhere without being recognized. It's every once in a while you'll see somebody look at you kind of sideways and realize that they've figured out who you are. But no, I've never been troubled by that at all.
And one quick question about the Oscars. An Oscar statue, is that something that your children are interested in say on show and tell day for their classes? Is that something that ever?
They've never taken it to school, taken them to school, but yeah, I mean they like that. They come up, they are, you know, they come up in the, they're in my little sunroom off the bedroom, and you know they'll look at them once in a while. It's curious.